what time it is. Park time. We've made it, and I don't see one dog. That's no good. Oh, never mind, I see some down there. Well, good morning, my friends. It's your old pal Jordan the Lion. How are you guys doing today? Hope you guys got some sleep. I actually did, so I feel great today. I have a lot of stuff to do today, so we wanted to kick it off by giving Ja a chance to get the lead out and go crazy first thing in the morning, because I gotta go hit the store, I gotta go hit the post office, I'm gonna meet up with some viewers, probably do 2 vlogs today and save one for the weekend when I have to work, and then just see where the day takes us. I might even have an impromptu date today. We've been trying to get it together for the last couple of days, and we're hoping maybe today. If not today, maybe Friday. So anything can happen, you know me. Anything always can and will happen. Daze with Jordan the Lion begins now. And I know I teased in the ending of the vlog yesterday, as well as on the live chat, that today's was a pretty good vlog, and I think it's gonna be. I'm actually gonna see something about, or gonna go see something that I have watched TV shows, discussion shows, I've heard about it my whole life, basically. And today we're gonna go to Beverly Hills and we're gonna take a look at the house where it all happened. And like I mentioned yesterday, it has a very bizarre tie-in to another murder case. And there's your buddy. Go say hi to your friends. And also, today is game 2 of the World Series, so I'm hoping to watch some of that too. He keeps getting distracted, but his buddies are all over here. No interest at all. All right, well, we're out of here. It's just too hot. I'm gonna start getting these errands done. All right, we're hitting the 99-cent store because I need to get a few more mailers, and then I promise we're going to do the vlog. Today is the Menendez murder house. What's this goofiness? Oh, cool. Nice. I can't believe they still have Tim Tams. I can't believe it. All right, just one. All right, we lucked out with the mailers. It's always hit or miss at this place. Sometimes they have everything, sometimes they have nothing. I got lucky and they had literally just enough of exactly what I needed. All right, we're done at the 99-cent store. Let's go to Beverly Hills. Well, since I was in the area, I had to show you guys this. Now, for the first time in the entire history of Pinks, they've went blue. In honor of the Dodgers, it was announced that they had repainted Pinks blue. God love them. We're not gonna hang out too long because I want to get on with the vlog and everything, but I thought this was so historic, and a couple of people had mentioned it to me and asked me to come by and vlog it, so there you go. Check that out. How fun is that? I may have to come over here and watch a game. I'm sure they're gonna have TV set up or whatnot, so maybe one of the games I'll swing by. Right on. Yep, I had to show you. We've already vlogged the heck out of this place, but gotta love the fact they did this for the first time in history. Wonder what provoked it this time. Maybe just the long drought? I don't know. Oh, they went all out. They've got, look at that. So I think they're actually doing a whole event here today in honor of the Dodgers because everybody that's here is wearing Dodgers gear. And we've got the radio vans, the radio and TV news people are here. See, there's KTLA over here. I think this says it all right there. Go Dodgers! Now back to our regularly scheduled program. Oh, this house is awesome. Plus they have some great Halloween decorations up. I love it. What a lovely, quiet neighborhood, right? Kind of surprising what would happen here in August of 1989. An 18-year-old Eric and a 21-year-old Lyle Menendez would walk into their parents' leisure room while they're watching The Spy Who Loved Me, eating some ice cream, and with 2 shotguns would put 9 bullets into their mother Kitty and 5 bullets into their father, Jose, who was at one time a vice president at RCA Records. After they did this crime, they also called 911 a few hours later, sobbing, crying that someone had murdered their parents. And immediately, the story and the attention went to possibly a mafia hit. Now, there were actually a couple of strange things about this story. For one that was strange to me anyway, is that after both boys called the police and the police came out to the residence and saw this bloodbath that was this leisure room, they for some reason never tested either Eric or Lyle for gunpowder or anything like that on their body. Now, the other strange thing was that within mere days of the murder, both boys would be out going on shopping sprees, buying Rolex watches, Porsches, all new wardrobe, and within a 6-month span they had blown through about $1 million. Now, one of the weird things is that the boys were never really suspects for quite a while, and in fact they actually had round-the-clock security because the police feared for their life that maybe the mob or whoever had perpetuated this crime would come back. Now, the actual break in the case came in kind of a bizarre way. Both Eric and Lyle shared the same psychiatrist, and in one of the sessions, one of the brothers mentioned that he had done it, that they had killed their parents, and the therapist had recorded this conversation, and his mistress had overheard the taping of the conversation and eventually went to the police and basically gave them their first real crack into the case. Oh, that's a cool house. And check that out. I love that. So then the police knew. They knew that it was Eric and Lyle. They basically had a taped confession. Now it was to take them to trial. And while they were at trial, something came out that had never been talked about. These boys had claimed that they had went through extreme mental, physical, psychological abuse, and when they brought their 5-year tennis coach, who had he had worked with both boys for years, like I said, 5 years, because Eric was actually training to be a professional tennis player. The coach would say that Jose was the most bullying, domineering, impossible person to be around, and he didn't know how any kid could survive that. When they had Eric and Lyle's sister on the stand, she said that their father was a master manipulator and he could tear anybody apart that he came into contact with within being in a room with them for a short time, as well as their mother. And then even when they had Jose's sister on, she said that he had always been that way. He had always been win by any means necessary, and had taught the boys to never let their emotion take over them. And in the end, that's exactly what they would claim happened, that the boys would say they just couldn't take it anymore, and this is the house. They would say that they couldn't take it anymore, and basically without acting or without thinking, they came here and walked into the room and killed their parents. Now, what they also said was that what came to light was that they had purchased those guns with fake IDs, which then leads people to believe that it was premeditated, which could have warranted them the death penalty. They ended up not. They've been in prison ever since, and they were found guilty. But you can tell by looking at this place, not much has changed. It actually looks almost identical to the way it did when the murders happened, other than, surprisingly, there's no security fence that used to be here. They used to have a security gated fence right there, and I can't believe it's not here. But now I'd mentioned that there's a tie-in with this and another murder. Because this house, before Kitty and Jose bought this house in 1988, it was actually owned by a businessman named Mark Slotkin and his wife, who was an actress, Robin Greer. And Robin Greer was on a show called Ryan's Hope. And it said in her book that they actually were great friends with OJ for years and years, and they had had Nicole's baby shower for her first daughter, Sydney, here. And that they had actually gotten the name Sydney. OJ and Nicole chose that name based off of Robin's character in Ryan's Hope, Sydney. So that's how she got her name. And in 1988, the couple divorced, sold this house to Lyle and Kitty, and then not more than a year later, both of them would be dead in here, and not too long after that, just a few years, Nicole Brown Simpson would also be dead. Now, as I read online, they say that this house in 2002, the inside was basically completely redone and gutted, but the outside's pretty much identical. I mean, literally identical. If you watch any of that old police footage from the day that this all happened, I think it was August 2nd, you'll see this pretty much looks exactly the same. The original trial actually ended in a hung jury, and some of the jury members later would say in interviews that it was actually when Lyle began talking about how his father forced him to perform oral sex on him, and they would do it to each other, and then later Lyle would take his brother out to the woods and molest him. They said it wasn't until they saw Eric's reaction when he mentioned that for the first time in public. A vein was popping out of Eric's head, and they said either he was the greatest actor of all time, or this is somebody who was deeply embarrassed and struck by what was being said, and so they actually were found a hung jury, and then later on would find both boys guilty. In such a quiet neighborhood for such an unbelievable story. Oh boy. Well, it's that time. Let's mail out everything that I should be done for a while. Alright, well, I got it all ready. It's all going out today. You might be wondering, why was it that Eric and Lyle went out on such a crazy shopping spree, like within literally 3 or 4 days of their parents, you know, being murdered, and that would obviously lead some sort of suspicion. It was actually because they believed that they were going to be cut out of the will in some way, and they were just paranoid, so they were just spending as much as they could, as quickly as they could, just in case that happened. Well, Jeffrey, I just got back from hanging out with viewer Ginger and her husband Greg, and we hit a pretty awesome place that I vlogged, and so you guys won't see it today, but you'll see it when I'm working one of the next times, and I actually got a few vlogs out of this, so it'll be kind of a continuation, and I promise you it's actually some of the best stuff I've ever vlogged. I think you're really gonna love it. Well, I'm watching the Dodger game, and it's looking good. They were down by 1, it was 0-1, and then they tied it up 1-1, and then now, long story short, it's 3-2, Dodgers lead. Going into the top of the 9th, so they just need 3 outs and they can call it a day, and it'll be 2 wins. They need 4. Whew. Well, I spoke too soon. Houston in the top of the 9th just hit a home run and tied it up. Well, we're taking Jaw for a last walk of the night, and I'm gonna head off to the grocery store after this Dodger game. Well, this just took a turn for the worse. The Astros in the 10th inning just hit a home run. Dodgers have their work cut out for them now. Okay, scratch that. They just hit back-to-back home runs, so now we're down by 2. This is really bad. All right, Puig! Home run, Puig! Well, I'm going to call it a night. The Dodger game's over, and it ran so long into extra innings that I actually couldn't even go to the grocery store because it closed. The Dodgers lost. They even hit a home run in the last inning and still couldn't win it. 7-6, so series is tied 1-1, and that's all she wrote on tonight's game. I wanted to thank Ginger Bowen. It was so cool hanging out with you and your husband today, and you guys are going to love that vlog when I post it. I'm actually going to break it into multiple parts, I think, but I have to work tomorrow, so you have a great trip to Woodlawn tomorrow. I wanted to thank Troy Dean Torres for sending a gift card, and Debbie Moeller for becoming my newest Patreon. Thank you so much. You will enjoy tomorrow's vlog, and I hope you enjoyed what I did today. I know I tempted you a little bit yesterday by saying that it was going to be a pretty interesting tie-in, and I hope that you found it to be that. So have a great night. Goodbye.